So far, it seems to be working. The unprecedented power-sharing agreement between minority Republicans and the five-member Independent Democratic Conference that has allowed the outnumbered Republicans to retain control of the New York State Senate. It's also working out very well for those five IDC members who went from being outcast to the top of the heap. And being at the top means more money, more perks, and yes, you paid for it.
To the victor go the spoils.
Really appreciate the opportunity to be here today, especially with our new chairs in the Senate, Senator Carlucci.
Senator Carlucci, an original member of the Senate Independent Democratic Conference, is now reaping the rewards of the IDC's power share with the Republicans. Carlucci is now chair of the Senate Mental Health Committee. That's power and a $12,500 stipend.
I think what people want is to see bipartisanship, to make sure that we put people over politics, we put policy over politics, and get things done.
Carlucci's pay went up, and so did his address. He's moved up to a nicer office on a higher floor in the Legislative Office Building. Also reaping the perks, new IDC Chair Malcolm Smith. Some of his top staffers just got hefty pay raises. You joined up with the IDC and your staff gets pay raises. How do you answer that criticism?
Well, no, it's not so much the raises. They got increased responsibility. And as being chair of 3 committees right now, as well as the Sandy subcommittee, it requires them to do a lot more work. So as opposed to hiring 5 or 6 or 8 more people, we try to give more work to people so they would get more compensation for it.
The IDC's Jeff Klein is also getting a raise, a huge stipend, which will be close to $40,000 as co-leader of the Senate. That's on top of his nearly $80,000 salary. Like Carlucci, the other IDC members get highly coveted chairmanships. Diane Savino, new chair of the Labor Committee. Dave Valesky, new chair of Commerce. And Malcolm Smith, the new chair of Social Services. An extra $12,500 for each. There are perks, let's face it, there are some perks.
No, there's no question. It's an advantage to being in the majority versus being a minority. That's the system that's set up. But you also get a chance to do some good things.
In both houses, the party, or in this case, the coalition, in power controls the expenses of that house. And don't forget, if you have a story of possible government waste, please let me know about it. You can always reach me by email at youpaidforit@cbs6albany.com.